So, oops, this is the wrong spot. So, watch your step on the stuff taped to the floor, okay? Thanks. All right. Shh. All right. So, yes.
Sorry, I left my water bottle on my CT. Can I quickly go run and grab it?
In a few minutes. Yep. So the test is next class. Yep.
Next class.
Yep. Today is the review day, so you're going to be working on your half sheets today in class. Before we release you guys to start on that, I want to talk about the test format, and then take any questions that you guys might have from homeworks. Everybody on board?
On the test, is that really long that we did?
So can I read to you the test description, and maybe you'll answer that question longer. All right. You should be able to use your calculator to find the value of an angle using an inverse trig function. I have in parentheses review question 2 from the review. Okay, so question 2 is right here. You should be able to use the unit circle to find the exact value of an angle using an inverse trig function, like we did on the review question 1. Should be able to use the unit circle to find the exact value of a composition of a trig and inverse trig function, like in question 3. Should be able to use your calculator to find the value of an angle using an inverse trig function over a specific interval, like in question 4 from the review. You should be able to solve a right triangle and answer angle of elevation and angle of declination problems, like in questions 5 through 7 from the review. So if we look at questions 5 through 7, so 5 feels pretty standard. 6 and 7 are those similar systems of equation setups, where you'll have to build a system of 2 equations to solve, like we did on that long example in the notes last time. Okay. Do you guys have a decent feeling as to what's the test format will be? Okay, notice what it did not include was problems like 17 and 18 from the problem set. Okay, did not include those. Now, before I release you guys to start on your note cards, are there homework questions that we'd like addressed before we release you guys to work on that, or would you rather just deal with that on an individual basis?
I kind of had a question about, are we going to get our quizzes back?
Yep, I have them in this stack of things to hand back. So I have those on my to-do list. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off. If you guys have questions on things, flag me down. I'll just kind of be milling about and trying to help out a little bit. Before I sign off, so stuff that I would put on my note card. So I have a tab on OneNote for this. I would have all silly turtles crawl, how to use it. 90 degrees is pi over 2 radians for when you have to do your counting. To find coterminal angles, we add or subtract 2 pi. The unit circle definitions of sine, cosine, and tangent. For example, sine is equal to y, cosine is x, etc. The fundamental ranges for the inverse functions. So sine is negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. Cosine is 0 to pi. Tangent is negative pi over 2 to positive pi over 2. When solving for an angle theta over a given interval, know how to draw and label your picture, where to put the terminal side, how to draw theta, where to put alpha. Translate your picture into an equation for theta, i.e. label on the x-axis that makes up x plus or minus alpha. I should probably say x here. Trick to drawing angle of declination pictures. Remember, I showed you this in the 4-2 examples. You know, SOHCAHTOA. This is the same thing. That statement there is the same thing as this picture. But you should have, I would have this picture on my note card, as well as like how to use it, right? Does everybody feel okay? So those are examples of things that I would include from a facts-based standpoint. If you want examples of anything, go ahead and put examples on there too, but I think this is information that if you read it and you're like, I don't have that memorized, I would put it on there. Everybody's cool? Okay. I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to pass back these papers that I have for you guys. Once you should start working on your half sheets, when you're done, you can put them in the folder on my desk. Make sure your name is on there. Okay. Cool.
Thank you.